Hey guys, Coach Santiago here with today's tip about communicating with coaches. Something I've seen a lot of in my time as a coach is parents saying to themselves that their kids can't really interact with college coaches or don't know how to talk to coaches or maybe even their high school coach. And, what I always used to tell parents is if your kid can't communicate to me because he's scared of me or he's intimidated by me because I'm his coach, how in the world is he going to go out there and beat that person that we're trying to compete against who wants nothing to do except rip his head off and embarrass him during athletic competition? And really, what I'm hearing at the end of the day is fear. It's all about fear. It's all about not having the confidence and the self awareness to communicate at a high level with respect to a coach. So, I want to share with you a few tips here that might help you out if you've got a player that kind of fits in this situation. Number one, if you have an opportunity, tell your player to interact with his coach on a personal level. Start to have some dialogue. Start to ask them questions. Start to ask them, hey, coach, what do you see in my game that needs to improve? If they're going to college showcase camps, one of the biggest mistakes I see players make all the time is they go to a camp, you spend $300, there's 30 college coaches on the field, and you don't go talk to one of them. You don't ask them, how did I do today, coach? Hey, coach, I'd love to come to your school. What would it take for me to play at your school? Do I fit the demographics that you're looking for? What school do you see me performing at? What level? Ask these guys. Interaction will get you repetition, which will make you comfortable to the point where when it comes time to make that final decision or you've got a problem with your coach, you can go into that office with all due respect to them and have a conversation, man to man, woman to woman, however it needs to go. Go in there and handle that. If you cannot conquer that, it's going to be very, very difficult for you on a day in, day out basis to compete at a high level. And remember, it's about you. You've got to figure this out. This opportunity comes along once in a lifetime. To play high school sports, or play college sports, or play pro sports comes around one time. Believe me, I'd love to go back to when I was 18 years old and play professional sports all over again. But that time has passed. New chapter, new things I have to do now. So take advantage of this opportunity to get some repetition and communicate. And most importantly, I would suggest to whether it's parents or players, interact with coaches, ask some questions, build some dialogue, and then watch and learn. A lot of times I see parents interacting with coaches and actually even talking over coaches about what their belief system is or what they think should be happening. And remember, it's a give and take. You want to have a little bit of reciprocity there. If you want something as a parent or if you want something as a player, you need to also give something and listen to what they're saying, and so that you can learn and grow as the process moves forward. These things are very, very important. This has got nothing to do with your athletic ability, but I will tell you, as a former college coach and recruiter and pro scout, that when I interact with a kid, I'm looking for things like where his eyes are, what type of posture does he have? What type of handshake do I get? What type of answers to questions do I get? And a lot of players don't know how to communicate. And that makes me put a line through your name. Because if you can't communicate to me, and I've got the opportunity that you want, how are you going to communicate to your teammates? How are you going to communicate come game time? The communication is very, very important in sports. It is. Just I don't care what sport you're playing, you've got to be able to communicate. So working on communicating. I do a lot of role playing with parents and actually act like I'm a college coach, and we go back and forth and try to show people how to handle these conversations, because they're very important to know how to navigate respectfully, because all college coaches, all high school coaches, all youth coaches, if you want respect, you have to give respect. So doing things on a respectful level is very, very important. Hopefully you guys find these tips helpful. It's always a pleasure to give you guys these little tidbits of information. My number is listed below. Love to work with you if you feel like I can help your family. And remember, coaching is an action, not a position.